In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I like to do with 2-5-1 progressions. So what I will do is I'm going to start with a 2-5-1 progression. That would be B minor, E7, and the 1A. So usually when you hear these progression, it's the dominant chord that usually gets most of all the variations. So in this case, I'm just going to start with just playing an E7. So B minor, E7, and A major 7. Drink up, all of you people. Order anything you see. Okay, now I'm going to play an E7 flat 9. The tables are empty, dance floor is deserted. You've heard that same love song, it's the 10th time you've heard it. Another variation, a sharp 9. Let's see here. Now, one of the things that I like to do is and maybe this is because I'm a vocalist, but when I get chords that kind of have a cluster sound to it, to me it brings out the melody, a lot more. So if I were playing a 2-5-1, I would do something, or I usually do things like the tables are empty, dance floors deserted. You heard that same love song, it's the 10th time you've heard it. So that cluster sound, it just has, also depending on the song, like I find that some of the more slower ballads really benefit from such chords. So drink up, all of you people, order anything you see. Okay, now so the chord that I'm playing is actually Now, you're probably looking at that chord and you're thinking, well, that's a stretch. My fingers can't do that. Well, first, let's talk about what is the chord. The chord that I'm playing is actually a flat 9, flat 5, an E7 flat 9, flat 5 chord, which could easily be played here. It's usually a good idea to play the same chords in different positions because you have different access to different notes. And different positions, which will lead you to do different things in terms of finger movement. They're just strings that are closer together, and your fingers can have fun. And particularly when it comes to finding things to do regarding melodies and solo lines. But getting back to this, it's like, well, my fingers can't stretch like that. No problem. Keep in mind, don't get so hung up into the physicality of any of this stuff. They're only just notes. So one thing that you can do is just play the top 3 notes. Drink up, all of you people. Because you're playing less notes, this means that your fingers can move around a little bit more and quicker. Drink up. Hear that? Now, you can also play, when I'm playing these 3 notes here, which is on the 3rd, on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Use your ear. You can play those notes separately and and then go down to that one note that it was too far to stretch to. And so see, I went and then went down to the lower note. Like, now I'm going to play the same progression, but instead of the 4-3-2 strings that I'm playing it on, I'm going to play that same chord on the 5-4-3 strings. It's probably a lot easier there because those notes are closer together. Drink up, all of you people. Okay. And again, since you're looking at this just as notes, which means that instead of going to this low note here, it's like, well, I can't do that, or, maybe you might want to consider playing the note an octave higher. And finally, all of these different variations playing the same chord in different positions means you have different accessible notes in regards to solo lines and melodies that are available to you. So check this out. We've got the... Hear that? All those notes that I picked up was just from that progression. Anyway, these are just some of the things that I do. Maybe this will trigger some ideas of your own, and that's really what that's what I'm trying to do, actually. Just trigger ideas. So I'll leave you with that. Let me make sure that I take the time to thank those of you who have made a contribution. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And for those of you who want to make a donation, the information, which I'm going to put in the description, and that would be, you can go to my PayPal, which is my name, Michel Fambreau, at gmail.com, or you can go to my Patreon page. And a lot of these other series, in other words, this is Things I Do, number 10. And you'll find the rest of the series, up there. It might be on Facebook, but it's certainly up on Patreon, plus, some other things. But anyway, again, this information is down there. And let me just say thank you, and I will see you next time.